Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a little video for you guys, partially because it was a lot of like very repetitive scenery, so there wasn't really much to post. I was cycling down A1, I think it's called AH1 actually, the highway. It was a lot of shops and sometimes some rice fields, which were nice, but it was mostly just shops. It was also one of the main highways, so it was really busy. It was really difficult for probably for you guys to hear me, so I didn't bother making a video just for those reasons, and just haven't really had a good moment where things are quiet. But I'm in a dorm right now and there's no one here, so, and they just like walked out, so they won't be back unless they forgot something, so I can catch up with you guys. A lot has happened. Can't remember the last video I made, but a lot has happened. Another reason why I wasn't making the video on purpose was because I was kind of going through a funk, and I was getting a little bit negative. Some of the people that have been keeping in touch with me know my stresses, and I just, you know, there's been wonderful things here that I might be overlooking because I was just starting to hold on to the things that were bugging me. So I really wanted to be careful and not make a video of me just like complaining the entire time about how terrible everything is. It's not. It's there's some really wonderful things here. So I told myself I'm going to stop at some point on the road and I'm going to do a video about how beautiful everything is, and that's going to keep me positive thinking. And it's going to be great, but the road was just so busy that it was too loud and it wasn't right for me to do the video, so I'll do it now. So some of the beautiful things I've seen. I think one of the best was when I was near Ninh Binh. It was taking a while to get back to get to the hostel. The sun had set, it was nighttime, and I was cycling through a bit more of a rural area where you're surrounded by rice fields, and it's just, you're out in the dark and surrounded by rice fields on a highway. Occasionally like a truck goes by or something, but that's about it. There's some mountains in the distance, so it's nice. You can't see much of it because it's night, but it's nice. And then I realized, and I turned off my music and I listened, and all the rice fields are packed full of frogs, and you can just hear all of them just croaking in the night, and that was really nice, just hearing all the rivets. That was pretty beautiful. So that was probably one of my favorite moments cycling, and it happened a couple nights, so it's kind of the nice thing that keeps reoccurring. What was another moment I really liked? Similarly, out by a rice field, I saw birds, and I get excited about birds because I haven't been seeing much waterfowl, but in rice fields you get a lot of egrets. If you don't know what an egret is, it's like a heron. Do you guys know what a heron is? But it's like really short, it's like maybe a foot tall, and white, all white. They're pretty. I like them. Very common here, which is great because they're pretty. So I was cycling and there was a flock of them flying, probably about 7 of them. And I mean, in Canada, if you see a bunch of white things flying, it's either seagulls or if you're lucky, maybe you see swans. So I got really excited when I saw white things flying, and I saw, oh, it's egrets, and it's pretty cool. It was pretty. It like flying over the rice fields, right? And like high up, but pretty. And oh crap. I just, oh no. I hope, well, he'll be fine. I had a hitchhiker on my bike today. There was this butterfly that decided that he's just gonna sleep on my handlebars, and I thought that was great. And I've been nervous where I am now. I'm in Nha Trang, by the way, so I'm doing my scuba certification. The butterfly was there like hours later. I came back out to my bike, and the butterfly's still there. And so I've been nervous because my bike has been out front of this hostel and it's not tied to a pole. It was tied to the chain that ties all the motorcycles together, but apparently in the morning they take that chain off and there's no chain, and so my bike's just locked to itself. It's a light bike, someone can pick it up at any time, but they're like, no one's gonna steal your bike, don't worry, and we're always at the front desk here and it's safe. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's an expensive bike and I don't want anyone to take it. So I just kept complaining about how worried I was about the bike. So she was like, hey, we have like a parking lot. I'm like, and she's like, it's like 5 minutes away. I was like, I don't want to put it in a parking lot where I can't see it. Like, that doesn't sound any good. She goes, no, it's all locked up. And I'm like, so I followed her, and it's a garage. It's like a locked in, hidden, like you go like down some alleyways, and like it's a locked room that they keep a bunch of motorcycles and scooters in. So I have it all locked up in there. That's really good. I feel so much better about that. And so the bike's fine. Forgot to look for the butterfly, because he was hanging out, and I was gonna scare him off before I moved, and I was like, he's fine. And I figured the parking lot was outside, and I was trying to figure out how I was gonna lock my bike up there and make sure it's safe and all this stuff, and then I realized it was inside, and I got all excited and forgot about the butterfly. Sorry, butterfly. Hope you can get out of there when I come see you next. Or maybe he took off when I was walking. I really hope so. Oops. He was really pretty too. I hope he doesn't die. I should look into that. I thought of that because butterflies were another thing that was actually really beautiful. Crossing the Vietnamese border, there was a butterfly I've never seen before. It had a really beautiful tail. So it was like an kind of, anyway, I'll identify it sometime and post a picture on Facebook. It was white, black, and red, if I remember correctly. Very large, which was really nice. And I seem to like get all excited when a butterfly comes near me. I don't know what it is. I didn't know that about myself. I would just have like this very basic kind of day where nothing was really happening, or I'm walking down a street and all of a sudden a butterfly would like flutter around me and like come with me while I'm moving down there, and all of a sudden I would just like perk up and get really energized and feel really great. So I don't know what it is about butterflies lately, but they seem to be improving my mood, which is pretty cool. So apparently they just make me happy. Didn't know that. Some of them are even just really basic looking butterflies. It wasn't even like a new species that I get all excited about, which I do, but anyway, yeah. Pretty butterflies. What else do I really love? It's fun when you're cycling and little kids see you, because they all run to the edge of the road and wave frantically and go, hello, and they're all excited. That's really cute. And there's been some really generous people out here. And like really generous. Like when they're generous, they're really generous, which is really cool. But I stopped cycling. It's getting too much. I'm getting really frustrated. I'm not gonna go into all the reasons why, but one, I'm getting frustrated, and two, I'm getting sores because I forgot to buy shaving cream. Not shaving cream, but chafing. Like, I need to lubricate my skin so that my fabric doesn't keep rubbing against it. So I am hurting myself from that. So it's not fun to be hurting yourself, obviously. Not the intention. So I had to take a break, and scenery wasn't really changing where I was, so it was fine to move on because I felt really great with my progress. My legs are getting stronger, like I can feel the muscles all developing in there and stuff, and I was far more energized by the end of the day. I wasn't as worn out, which means that it was perfect amounts of kilometers. Sorry, I just ate food, so I'm burping. I was doing less kilometers than I originally had hoped I'd be doing, but I was doing the appropriate amount of kilometers, which I feel way better about because I'm not injuring myself, and I'm actually training myself properly. So, and I was improving, so that was great. I do feel good about that. And then I just took a bus, and I was like, okay, I'm running out of time. I need to make sure I get my scuba certification done here before my visa runs out, and I'm kind of bored with the scenery here with cycling, because that road that I was taking is just so similar when you're going down, that I said that I'd be happy just cycling elsewhere and still continuing my training that way. My feelings have since changed again, so I am into Trang and I am finishing my scuba licensing. The plan after that was to go to Ho Chi Minh and then to go to Cambodia, to Phnom Penh, and then to Siem Reap to go to Angkor Wat, and then I'd go back to Thailand. I have changed my plans, so I'm going to actually completely cut out Cambodia, completely. Part of that's timing. I only have till March 1st to do all these things, and it's really important that I'm with the ocean team for March 1st. And when I say I have to be in southern Thailand, I have to be like really in southern Thailand. It's quite a ways, so that made me nervous. My money, I started doing all the calculations of everything I'm doing. That doesn't add up. But the highest priority of me changing my plans was just to enjoy myself more. I'm getting, like I said, really frustrated out here, and Thailand just made me feel so amazing, and I miss it so much that it's just, I'm in such a funk right now that I think if I went to Cambodia, I wouldn't even appreciate it the way I should be appreciating it. It's a fair amount of money to spend in there to get around to everywhere, and that wasn't, I mean, yes, that's an issue because I don't have that money, but it's not worth, even if I had it, it's not worth spending it if I'm in like this funk where like I can't enjoy things the way I want to. So and I feel comfortable skipping it and coming back sometime, not this trip but another trip, and coming back and seeing Cambodia. But I need to go back to Thailand. It's just everything in me is just screaming to go back to Thailand. So that's just what I really, really loved and where I want to be, and it's my trip, so I'm gonna do what I want. And I think that's just what's best for me, and that will be really great. What else? You probably won't see a lot of videos of maybe. I need to use my GoPro. I should bring that with me when I'm scuba diving. It was bought equipment for that reason. I might take you with me tomorrow. We'll see. Probably. I don't know. I'm supposed to be like learning and focusing on what he's saying and everything, so recording him might be a little bit awkward. I should be saving that stuff for when I'm just doing my regular dives with my research team, but I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it with me and just talk to him about it. So scuba diving is the exciting part. I have a roommate here that's really cool. She's from Vancouver. So she's from Canada and she's vegan. So her and I just went out for dinner and we had Indian vegan food, and she got a dish and I got a dish, and then we both bought naan and we were just dipping in each other's and sharing our food. So that was really amazing food, and it wasn't too, like, there wasn't any spice to it because they were really good about not putting spice in it. And that's the best thing I've eaten in like over a week. I was really happy with that. So this video is getting a little bit long. I should probably wrap it up. But yes, so I'm really sorry for everyone that was excited about Cambodia, but I'm done. I need to go back to Thailand. I need to stop. For my own well-being. I'm sure Cambodia is really beautiful. The pictures look really beautiful, but I need to go back to Thailand. And definitely need to not spend that money. I need that money. So anyway, that's the plan. And I won't be doing that until the 9th, so I'll be around here for a while, and I'll talk to you guys and probably show you some pictures online throughout this week, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.